Xbox has officially ushered in a brand new CEO. Asha Sharma is now about to take control of the Microsoft gaming division, and Windows Central Jez Corden sat down with Asha and Matt Booty to discuss Xbox's future. This is Colteastwood. Thank you so much for checking out this video about the future and expectations for the Xbox brand moving forward. If you end up enjoying this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell to be notified of new content. Let's talk about the future of Xbox. Phil Spencer handed over the keys to Asha Sharma in a big town hall meeting at the Microsoft headquarters for the Xbox gaming division, and is ushering in what Asha Sharma calls the new Xbox, coming back to their roots. She said in an open letter, "For me, the spirit of return to Xbox is about returning to the spirit that the team was founded on. It's that spirit of surprise. It's the spirit of building something nobody else was willing to try. I've heard renegade, rebellion, and fun used. That's what I was thinking about when I wrote that," close quote. Asha Sharma is a younger CEO and has been in charge of a huge undertaking with Xbox, who has grown up in a rebellious renegade era in the 2001s with the original Xbox, and is now turned into a major corporate conglomerate that has had all the trappings of bringing in major publishers and dealing with budget shortfalls. In this interview, Jez Corden outlines a lot of the major concerns that fans have about what is going to happen with the Xbox brand. Before all this happened, the co-founder of the original Xbox, Seamus Blackley, said in an interview that Asha Sharma might be coming in to sunset the brand and bring Xbox out of the gaming division, especially with hardware. This was met with so much anger and turmoil amongst fans and the media, with millions and millions of people reacting to this, only for the next day for Seamus Blackley to say, "I didn't really mean that. Eventually things are going to change and there'll be painful decisions." Seamus isn't entirely incorrect, because as far as everyone here knows, Xbox is working on their next console, which we'll talk about in a minute, but it may be their last. But we're talking about in a future sometime in the mid-2030s. But there's so much invested in the Xbox ecosystem. Major publishers, studios, they have hardware plans, partnerships with hardware and software developers, Game Pass, and especially Xbox fans who have invested thousands of dollars in their physical and digital Xbox libraries. She says, "I think our core Xbox fans and players have invested up to 25 years of themselves in these universes and our console. I want to make sure everybody knows I'm committed to Xbox, starting with the console. We're going to keep meeting players where they are. The world continues to evolve and change. We're going to make sure Xbox is a great place for developers and players. We want to invest in reducing the artificial divide between different types of devices that they will use with us. I think that's going to mean a lot more investment in breaking down the barriers and helping developers build once and show up across different hardware experiences. For me, I believe Xbox starts with its fans and will grow from there. That's what I wanted to signal with the quote return to Xbox." And this is a lot of PR speak. And of course, this is something that's built by the marketing team and PR to convey a message of care and attention to a brand that is attached to some 50 million diehard console users, especially on Xbox. And she has to say this because if anyone was going to assume that Asha was supposed to come into this leadership role and delete the brand and let it dissolve away, then we'd be in major trouble. The truth is somewhere in the middle, because her job is to increase efficiency and also increase revenue, margins, and profit lines. But Asha is not alone. She has Matt Booty working for her and Craig Duncan over Xbox Game Studios and the partnerships that create the games and help partnership with the hardware that will power the next Xbox console. So Matt Booty has been guiding Asha through Bethesda, Activision Blizzard, their own Xbox Game Studios, and the culture that is now going to be a part of her leadership. Of course, she has just picked up her Xbox and started to get familiar with what the gaming culture is by hands-on playing games like Halo Infinite and others, but this is just the very beginning. Asha Sharma says, quote, "I am committed to returning to Xbox, and that starts with console. That starts with hardware. You'll hear more about that soon, and we'll have some announcements coming up. You will see us collectively investing here. We also know that there are a lot of players who aren't on console or our hardware, and we want to deliver great games for them too. I need to learn more about what that can look like, what decisions were made, and what we need to do going forward. And I want a little bit of time and space to do that, close quote. What Asha's talking about is the next generation Xbox console. Sources are very, very sure that the next Xbox PC console hybrid and will be delivered sometime at the end of 2027. Fans or anti-fans that think that the Xbox console will be canceled because it's not profitable, you have to remember that they're treating it more like a Surface Pro device, an expensive premium device that will be available to a hardcore section of the market. Also, when she says other devices that will be here, she's talking about the OEM Xbox hybrid Steam machine type devices that are kind of interesting to say as a vague idea, but just think of a Steam machine made by Asus, Lenovo, Razer, or other brands that will have the actual Xbox chip inside so that they can have their ecosystem built directly on there alongside PC. And that's what Asha says I need to get familiar with, because these are decisions that were made years ago and are already coming, maybe even as soon as the end of 2026, because she says we'll be announcing more hardware soon. And sources are pretty sure that they mean at the 25th anniversary, sometime in November of 2026. There'll be a reveal for that project. Asha Sharma comes from a long line of being a couple of different CEOs at companies like Porch and Instacart. And she says, quote, "The thing I've learned when building platforms over my career, there's kind of two things that really make a great platform. It's the quality of the product that you deliver for the core user and its integrity of the decisions that stand behind it. There's a big community at Xbox, and we'll look at the right way to serve that community." Of course, she has to say this. She has to explain that she's here for the gaming community, because most of the people that are listening to what a CEO over a gaming division have to say are the die-hard Xbox or even gaming fans that are looking at the changing landscape of the gaming industry. But one of their major issues with Asha Sharma is her 2-year lead development in the AI program and being under Satya Nadella, who's been pushing AI. Asha Sharma said many times that they won't be using AI slop in their direction for Xbox, and that they want to use it to speed up product development and make small menial tasks easier and faster, which can shorten game development time, which has ballooned to nearly 6 years for most games. And Matt Booty explains in really great pointed words that, quote, "We've got no pressure from Microsoft. There are no directives on AI coming down. Our teams are free to use any technologies that might be beneficial, whether it's helping write code or check for bugs, things more in production pipeline. At the end of the day, as Asha said, we're committed to art made by people," close quote. Matt Booty said this as early as 2022 in an interview when he said that, "I can see a future when Xbox will be using AI to run bugs and glitch software, running instances of games, dozens or hundreds of instances of their build, overnight, and returning in the morning to see what's wrong and having actual people work on those fixes. Because in the end, people can see AI slop from a million miles away, but a great creative product is loved by fans." Jez Corden asked Asha Sharma what she would say to Xbox fans who have worries and concerns about the change as they bid farewell to Phil Spencer. She said, quote, "Phil Spencer is a remarkable human and remarkable leader. And I think that when he took over in 2014, he changed the culture of Xbox to focus on player-driven and creator-driven decisions. I intend to honor and uphold that. We know that the business has gone through some challenges. I'm going to use my expertise and the leaders that have deep gaming depth around the table to help us grow the business and make sure that we have an incredible next 25 years. I will listen, I will learn, and I will communicate what we're seeing and what we're doing. I think from here, the work is proof over promise. Matt and I are in it every hour of every day of every night, and I am fully in this thing. This team has brought it back before, and I'm here to help us do it again," close quote. Which is crazy. Xbox fans have been along for a long 25-year ride. The Xbox original that launched in 2001 was a huge part of the Xbox history and carried through to the Xbox 360's closure when Xbox was at the top of the world. And they've been there at the absolute depth during the Xbox One generation. Asha has a Herculean task ahead of her, but it looks like she is trying with all intents and purposes to do what's right by the fans. Of course, she also has to answer to Satya Nadella, who wants more efficiency, more AI-driven profit, and most unrealistic expectations when it comes to profit margins for the Xbox gaming division alone. And they're getting there, and the games are pouring in. It's exciting to see that they will be supporting hardware, games, and making changes necessary to make the brand popular instead of the butt of a joke. We've been here for a long time. She has a huge job ahead of her, and I hope that Craig Duncan, Matt Booty, and the other industry vets behind her can make Xbox a great platform once again. This is Colteastwood. Thank you so much for checking out this video. It's been a whirlwind of gaming news, especially when it comes to Xbox. There are so many questions that are unanswered. Of course, looking at everything that she's promising, it looks like it could be a major empty thing to ask, that they can bring back the Xbox brand and make it popular again, but they really need to make it a well-liked, high-quality thing. The games have to be amazing, the hardware has to be incredibly powerful, and allow us to experience games in ways we never have before, because things are going to change over the decade that we never expected. If you ended up enjoying this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell to be notified of new content. If you want to further support what we're doing here on the Colteastwood channel, you can do that by hitting the join button below. That'll get you early access for videos and so much more. Also get you special privileges in the chat for the live show. Check out the Ecstasy podcast. It runs every Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, about 1 a.m. in the UK. And you can check out Mag and I talking about the gaming news. We'll break down everything as it unfolds. It's been a crazy week and we're just getting started. Let me know what you think about Asha Sharma's promises and what you actually expect to happen in the near future. And while you do that, as I always say, please be nice.